past my time, but I'd just like to show you a picture of what it used to look like when I was growing up here and loved this city, and what it looks like today.
Thank you, Mr. Park. So, can staff respond to that, please?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, members of the City Council. The site in question that the resident is referring to is a field that is owned and maintained by the ABC School District. It's generally southeast of 166th Street and Norwalk Boulevard. The field has been used by the school district for various uses. It's generally vacant. Most recently, the City of Cerritos has entered into a contract for street repair, replacement of sidewalks, gutters, and asphalt. The contractor made a private agreement with the school district to use this area as a staging area for their construction equipment and materials. And the gentleman has indicated that there were some concerns related to the use of that property. It's my understanding that as of either yesterday or today, the school district has canceled its agreement with the contractor. So the contractor in due course will not be using that property for a staging area for the city project. So the contractor will find other locations within the region for the staging of equipment and materials. But as such, the property does remain a school district owned property. They do have some autonomy when it comes to city maintenance issues. However, generally when we bring up an issue to them, they are generally good about taking care of whatever the issue is. So we'd be happy to continue the conversation with the school district once the city's contractor has vacated the property.
Okay, thank you for that. And Mr. Parker, just to let you know, you're not a small voice. It's unfortunate that it's gone this long before. I mean, this is the first I've heard of it. I don't know if my colleagues have heard of this before. This is the first that I know I've heard of it, and I think I heard some voices up here. This is the first that we've heard of it. So it's frustrating just to hear you speak about this, and especially when you have an area that's designated where there's residents around there, and you have to live through that. So I apologize that you have to see that and experience that on a day in and day out. But thank you for bringing it forward. I hope that our staff here is going to recognize how important this is to you and also to your community, and then we'll address it. My question would be if that's a code violation in a sense of what they're doing to add this type of stress upon our neighborhood. If it is, why haven't we addressed it? And it's been going on this long. I don't like hearing this.
I can answer that. I believe in Public Works Office, Daryl, I believe, addressed that they are CQA exempt because anything that's not adding to the city infrastructure is a small project and does not need any environmental regulation checks, no audits, nothing. They're allowed to do whatever they want, and the contractors exploited the state zone to get around not paying for the dumping fees.
Well, if that's an issue with our own contracts and they're doing that and interfering with our residents, I think we need to look at that contract.
The head of this contract group has followed me home multiple times, and the sheriff told me that's not a crime. They came to my home 3 times today because I was flying a drone over there with the permission of the FAA, and they only started watering the roads to stop the dust from coming in after seeing me looking at them.
Mr. Park, I hear your frustration, I hear your issues. I'm gonna have Daryl over there and then our city manager deal with this, and hopefully we deal with this quickly. Okay,
Thank you.
For your sake.
That.
All right, and then I would like to ask, with the consensus, that staff report back to us on this matter, so we're aware of what's going on.
Yeah, so I've also followed, I think I've recognized some of the faces here because they have also spoken at the school district, at their public meetings, and now they've come to the city and spoke before us as well. So if we can also provide updates to our residents as well.
Thank you.
And for the record, are we making this a consensus item?
Yeah, I'm asking consensus for staff to respond to this and deal with this quickly, swiftly, but also report back to council on this matter.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's it, thank you. Your time was up.